I want you to get together.
Hello everyone, John Coleman here. Can you believe it? June is now over. My God, where is my life going to? It's crazy. Well, Anna, what I wanted to give my age away, but I've had my first jab for the vaccine, so I feel a little closer to normality. Kind of on that, and I'm going to do a bit of name dropping here. A client of mine got the keys to his house last week from a band called Picture This, and he has offered me free tickets to their next gig. It is supposed to be Electric Picnic, but I don't really believe that's going to happen, though he is now saying they'll play in December in Killarney. So while I'll be honest with you and say I don't know a lot about the band, the thoughts are of live music just fills my heart with joy. But enough name dropping. Let's get on to the property market. What's happened in the month of June? Well, a number of my clients seem to have actually found houses. So it does appear that the supply has, well, I wouldn't say has solved itself, but there certainly seems to be more activity or more deals actually happening. Now, they are still getting involved in bidding wars, but not quite the same manic level that was there during the last lockdown. So hopefully that is a sign of things to come. On that same note, one of our leading politicians with his parties or there last week was saying that it was the goal of their party. Now, you take politicians at their word with your own peril, but the ambition is that within 10 years, 70% of the Irish population will have their own homes. He believes that would mean 40,000 new houses will need to be built every year. That does tie in, might have mentioned this previously, 42,000 new approvals with the banks in the last 12 months. There was only about 15,000 new houses built, of which a percentage of them went to the investment funds. So there's currently, rough maths, but nearly 4 people approved for every house that's on the market. Now, obviously that within different areas and different markets that will change, but it does highlight the supply issue. So the politician will get elected on the back of being able to fulfill promises. Housing after the pandemic is one of the biggest issues that this country faces. So hopefully they will back up their words with action. But with supply, it's not something that does get changed overnight. So we will just have to take a watching brief and hopefully that it'll move in the right direction sooner rather than later. So back to the banks. How are they doing in the last month? Well, again, their service is still pretty poor. We're still looking between 4 to 5 weeks to get an approval, but they are taking action to fix this. One of the banks has literally hired 10 staff and hiring another 10 in the next period. So that should improve service levels. They are also have one of those announcements during the last couple of weeks where one of the banks will be setting up this digital process with a company called Credit Logic, which ultimately should help quicker service, quicker approvals. So again, it's not going to happen overnight, but they are moving in a positive direction. So yeah, sorry. On to the last thing, because it hasn't. In terms of rates and stuff like that, following on from last week, or last month even, Avant have now introduced a 30-year fixed rate. Now that's unheard of. Obviously, it's literally, I'm not sure I'd take a 30-year fixed rate myself, but for certain people it would make a lot of sense. And if nothing else, what it is doing is it's just, even with KBC and Ulster Bank leaving, it's shaking the tree a little bit. It's basically saying to the big boys, listen, you need to be thinking of ways of protecting your market share, and the only way they can do that is by coming up with new and better offers for the consumer. So basically, more competition is certainly better for all of us, really, in terms of having to make sure we get more money in our pocket and less money in the bank's pocket. So again, any queries on where you currently stand, feel free to reach out. Always will answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I'll have had my second vaccine by the end of next month, and then, well, I'll be just waiting till I get the green light to book a holiday. Sorry, I know that sounds terrible. I will go somewhere in Ireland, but I also want to get out of Ireland for a little while as well. Talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.
I want you to get together.